Hello, parents. Welcome back to Parent University. In this episode, we have our instructional coach, Kelly Dobish, who is going to be talking about testing, the different types of testing that we offer here at our school, and some testing tips that are going to be very helpful for students at home. We hope you enjoy episode 4 of Parent University.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Kelly Dobish, and I am an instructional coach for the Saddle Mountain School District. I am here today to talk about testing. We have several different types of tests that we administer in our district. One type is called benchmark testing. Benchmarks are a way that our school measures student growth and achievement. They're administered multiple times a year, and we typically do them at the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, and end of the year. And depending on the type of test, we might assess in between those three. DIBELS is one of our benchmark assessments. We use this for early identification of reading deficits or difficulties. So when we're doing DIBELS assessments, the benchmark testing, we look for phonemic awareness issues. So that's hearing the sounds. We look for phonics. Do students know their names, the letter names and the letter sounds? Are students able to blend 3-letter words together and read them as a whole word? And then we work our way on up through the grade levels. Another aspect of DIBELS is the high frequency words. So if you would like to support your child at home with high frequency words, which means words that happen all the time in text, you can simply Google a list of FRYS, FRYS words, or DOLCH, DOLCH word lists. And providing those resources to your students will help them become better readers. As the kids get older throughout the DIBELS benchmarks, they will even be assessed on comprehension with the maze component of the assessment. These benchmarks are administered 3 times a year, the beginning in August, the middle of the year in December, and then also at the end of the year. And currently at this time, only our students kindergarten through 3rd grade take the DIBELS benchmark assessments. Teachers in these grade levels progress monitor the students in between the benchmarks to make sure that students are progressing as they should be. Galileo is another benchmark assessment our district utilizes. Galileo assessments are aligned to state test blueprints. They help the teachers know if their students are progressing the way they should throughout the year to make that 1 year's growth or more. Data from the benchmark assessments tell the teacher which standards students have successfully mastered and gives a score for each student, focusing on student learning. With these Galileo assessments, it's standard specific, so teachers are able to analyze that data and provide intervention and enrichment groups based off of individual standards to meet student individual needs. Currently, all grade levels, kindergarten through our 5th grade here at Desert Sunset, take the Galileo assessment, and they will continue, at this moment, they will continue to take it all the way through high school. AASA is Arizona's Academic Standards Assessment. This is the state test that you might often hear us refer to. AASA is a test that's designed to let schools and families know whether or not their students are on track to be college and career ready by the end of public school. All Arizona public education students in grades 3 through 8th grade will take the grade level AASA assessment. We administer those assessments in English language arts as well as math. So students will be assessed on reading, writing, grammar, and mathematical concepts. AASA will take place in April. There is a link at the bottom of this screen if you would like more information, azed.gov/assessment/AASA. Here's another resource that you might find beneficial. I know myself as a classroom teacher would utilize this with my students to help them get exposure to the state tests. So if you locate azed.gov/assessment/AASA, you can find this area with sample tests. All you need to do is simply click on that link where it says sample tests and tutorials, and it will direct you to the area you need to go to give your child the experience to maybe help calm them for the testing, because I know sometimes students are stressed about the state testing. So this might ease their anxiety if you help them experience working through that. With that, I would like to provide some testing tips. Sleep is so important. Sleep is important to heal our bodies and to really cement our learning from that day's learning and for our future days' learning. So please make sure that you get plenty of sleep and go to bed at a decent time. If you don't have a set bedtime schedule, I highly consider creating one with your child so they can ensure that they get proper amounts of sleep every night. Breakfast is extremely important. The food that we eat helps nourish our bodies and our brains, helps provide that energy for our brains to help us be able to focus and learn to the utmost ability. We also encourage students on a daily practice to show their work. This is the same for testing. We would like you to show your work on math using the scratch paper, which if it's for the state test, you will also be turning that in when you submit your assessment. And then also highlighting evidence in reading passages or for writing when you're using readings to support your writing. Taking your time is also important. Galileo and AASA are not timed, so it's important to try your best and really focus on the questions and what they're asking of you. DIBELS is timed, but these other two benchmark assessments are not. So please make sure you take your time to really work through the problems and answer the questions thoroughly. Checking your work is another strategy to help you be successful on the assessments. Make sure you are checking your answers as you go. And then at the end, before you submit, make sure you do not have any missing questions. These test-taking tips are not only important for testing, but they are important for daily learning as well. With all that being said, do not stress about the tests. All we ask for you to do is try your best to show what you know. Tests are just one snapshot of what you are able to do. So if you do your best, we can't ask for anything more. Please don't stress.